I want to be masber that in the Torah Kedosha is written that the nevela you throw to the kelev tashlich noizoi, because it's the schar, because it was lo yechatz kelev l'shoinoi. When the Jews went out of Mitzrayim, they never barked. Under what pretenses do we understand that there were so many klovim in Mitzrayim, like we see in America, every person has a kelev? Why didn't they bark? The Torah says that it's written in the Torah that when the Makas Pchoires occurred to the Jews, the greatest symbol of happiness after 400 years, and it was reduced to 210 because Kishu Hashibud, when Avodas Perach Hishlim Es HaKetz, and they went out with 210 years, it's written the Posik, Vayofu Es HaBotzek, Asher Hoitzi MiMitzrayim, Ugois Matzois Ki Lo Chometz, Ki Gorshu MiMitzrayim V'Lo Yuchli Yismameya, V'Gam Seda Lo Osu Lehem. So, if this is the symbol that the Jews, by going out lechebas, they should have made a parade. They should have made the gleklach, all the bells and rings, that after so many years, of 430 years, to go out becherus. No, kigorshu, and it was kigorshu b'Mitzrayim. It was in a very quiet way. And we know that the ashpoah, the influence of mankind, has an influence on all the animals. And being that they went out very quietly from Mitzrayim, that they didn't have any time even to make bread, only matzah, that influence created an influence on the dogs. We know that Tosfos says that behema is gematria kelev, and we know that odom behema toshi Hashem. So, being that man has influence on the behema, and the numerical value of behema is kelev, it had an effect on all the dogs in Mitzrayim, because it's written in Parshas Shmos, Vayomer Hashem emcha es ha'odam ad behema. So Rashi says, why does the behema become exterminated? Because they were also lived unmorally, not with their own min. And Dover Achas, Rashi says, that the whole reason that you need a behema is only because you need it for the man. But if the man doesn't need it, because he's becoming exterminated, you don't need the behema. So I want to say both reasons is on parallel, is on common denominator. The first reason says they didn't live with their own men, they have to become exterminated. The second reason is also agrees they lived not with their own men. They committed sin. But they were Tinnik HaNishba. They became influenced from the behavior of a human being. So therefore they behaved in the same parallel understanding as a human being, Shloi Leminam. But being that they're Tinnik HaNishba, they're innocent bystanders, Therefore, you have to come on to reason, the whole reason why we don't need the human beings, so we don't need the behemoth. By Noach, the tzaddik was mashpia that they should only live with their own min. Therefore, it's written, Shnaim, bo'eleim, man, me'eleim. They came because when the ashpoah, the influence of a tzaddik, when he needs them, they come and they're medubik in the tzaddik themselves. The Father is written, Shnaim, boel noyach me'aleim. And therefore it's written, V'yishbat chaya ro min ha'oretz, which is talking in Mat v'dosati sholom ba'oretz, because the only reason why there is a chaya ro in the world, because people are not, they don't live normally, they don't live committed as the ways of Torah. So there's a chaya ro. But being that when the Mashiach will come, there'll be Nosati Sholom Ba'aretz, so that's the Derech HaTeva. There wouldn't be no Ishbat Echad, there wouldn't be any Chaya Roy, it will be an influence. The influence of Mammon House, the Klal Yisrael, of 4 million Jews, went out quietly. They didn't make any taram, they didn't make any sound, any movement, any creation of happiness with bells and trumpets. No, quietly they went out. That influenced the behemoth, which in numerical value is the dog, the keleb, and therefore it's written that came from the influence of mankind, the 4 million Jews that went out quietly from Mitzrayim.